Throughout human history, the boundary between life and death has been a source of fascination, mystery, and profound scientific inquiry. Some individuals have defied the seemingly insurmountable odds, returning from the brink of death in ways that challenge our understanding of human physiology and medical science. Take the extraordinary case of Gonzalo Montoya Jimenez, a Spanish prisoner who was declared clinically dead in 2018 during a routine medical examination. As morgue workers prepared his body for autopsy, they noticed something extraordinary. Jimenez began to breathe. Moments before the autopsy was set to begin, he suddenly moved and started snoring. What seemed like an impossible resurrection was actually a rare medical phenomenon known as Lazarus syndrome, where a person's heart spontaneously restarts after cardiac arrest. But Jimenez is far from an isolated incident. Medical literature is replete with cases that defy conventional understanding. In 2011, a 7-year-old girl named Gardelle Martin was submerged in an icy Pennsylvania creek for 101 minutes. By all medical standards, she should have been brain dead. Her body temperature had plummeted to 75 degrees Fahrenheit, and her heart had stopped beating. Yet after extensive medical intervention and remarkable resilience, she made a full recovery, challenging everything doctors thought they knew about human survival. The science behind these miraculous returns is complex and multifaceted. Hypothermia, for instance, can act as a protective mechanism for the human body. When core body temperature drops dramatically, metabolic processes slow down, reducing oxygen demand and potentially preventing cellular damage. This biological adaptation has saved numerous individuals who would have otherwise been considered beyond medical intervention. Consider the case of Jean Hilliard from Minnesota, who in 1980 was found frozen solid after spending 6 hours in sub-zero temperatures. Her body temperature was so low that her skin was as hard as wood, and she was clinically considered dead. Miraculously, after gradual rewarming, she not only survived but made a complete recovery with no significant long-term neurological damage. These cases aren't just medical curiosities. They represent profound challenges to our understanding of human resilience. Modern medical technology has expanded our ability to resuscitate patients who would have been considered irretrievably lost just decades ago. Techniques like therapeutic hypothermia, advanced life support systems, and sophisticated resuscitation protocols have transformed our approach to seemingly hopeless medical situations. The psychological impact of these near-death experiences is equally fascinating. Many survivors report profound transformations in their perception of life, death, and consciousness. Some describe out-of-body experiences, encounters with otherworldly realms, or a fundamental shift in their understanding of existence. While scientific explanations range from oxygen deprivation to complex neurological responses, these accounts continue to intrigue researchers and philosophers alike. Not all returns from the brink of death are medical miracles. Some involve extraordinary human willpower and survival instincts. Take the remarkable story of Julianne Kupke, who in 1971 survived a plane crash in the Peruvian rainforest. At 17 years old, she was the sole survivor of LANSA Flight 508, which was struck by lightning and disintegrated mid-flight. After falling 2 miles into the dense jungle, she survived alone for 11 days, navigating through treacherous terrain with a broken collarbone and a deep wound on her arm. Modern medical research continues to push the boundaries of our understanding. Emerging technologies like ECMO, extracorporeal membrane oxygenation, allow doctors to essentially pause a patient's cardiovascular system, providing time for critical interventions. This technology has saved patients with conditions that would have been considered fatal just a generation ago. The philosophical and ethical implications of these cases are profound. They challenge our binary understanding of life and death, suggesting instead a more nuanced continuum of human existence. They prompt us to question the very definitions of life, consciousness, and medical intervention. From a scientific perspective, these stories are more than just miraculous anecdotes. They represent critical opportunities for medical research, offering insights into human physiological limits, cellular resilience, and potential treatment protocols for critical conditions. As medical technology advances, we can expect even more remarkable stories of survival. artificial intelligence, advanced diagnostic tools, and increasingly sophisticated medical interventions are expanding the boundaries of what we once considered possible. These individuals who have returned from the dead are not just survivors, they are living testaments to human resilience, medical innovation, and the extraordinary complexity of life itself. They remind us that the line between life and death is far more permeable than we might imagine, and that human potential knows no absolute limits. What stories of survival have you encountered? What do you think these miraculous returns tell us about the human experience? The boundary between life and death continues to be a frontier of scientific and philosophical exploration, with each remarkable story adding another layer to our understanding of human potential.